Welcome to another edition of News Bite here on Daily World Television. My name is Cal Korff. I'm your host. In today's top story, American President Barack Obama has, via an executive order, lifted the sanctions unilaterally against the country of Sudan. This is a terrible thing to do. Let me prove it. Sudan is a hotbed of terrorism. Osama bin Laden, whose Sudan's government shielded and protected for years, was Sudanese. Now, Sudan has been at war for many years. It is a failed country. It actually is two countries now. There is a version of it in the south called South Sudan. The current dictator of Sudan, who Barack Obama has now lifted sanctions against, has promised that he's not going to interfere in the affairs of what is now Southern Sudan. We'll see if that holds true. But independent of that, let's say that he stops massacring people. Let's say that he stops committing genocide. This individual is wanted by the United Nations World Court as well for committing genocide and crimes against humanity. Under his brutal reign, at least 300,000 people have been murdered. There is no free speech. Freedom does not exist as the dictionary defines that word. And now that Barack Obama has lifted sanctions against Sudan, it means that they're free to rejoin the so-called world community, buy whatever they want, including weapons, and they can resume doing what they've done for a long time, which is help sponsor terrorism. Sudan is also being used by other countries such as Iran and other vested countries who have interests in the region to further terrorism, engage in hegemony, and also destabilize the region in their favor. We must never forget that what's going on in the Middle East is a continuation of what has always gone on for at least 1,400 years. That is a war of Sunni Muslims killing Shia Muslims. They've been doing this for over 1,400 years because each side claims that the other doesn't follow true Islam. In today's modern world, Saudi Arabia and Iran represent both sides. The Saudis represent the Sunni Muslims, and the Iranian government represents the Shia Muslims. So Barack Obama has now given Sudan a blank check to have economic freedom, do what they want, buy what they want, and I predict that what they will do is continue to do what they've done, which is oppress people, kill them, and sponsor terrorism. And thanks to this act by Obama, the world is now worse off and less safe. This is the third very bad and repressive regime that Obama has now tried to normalize and lift sanctions against. First he did this with Burma, he's done it with Cuba, and now he's done it with Sudan. Not a good thing, especially for an individual like Obama who was given the Nobel Peace Prize. Well, that's kind of a joke. One word summarizes up Obama's failed foreign policy. That word is Syria. Thank you.